Hi, good night, guys. Welcome to our bedtime story, and the name of our bedtime story is The Dog Show. On Monday, Dad met Isabel and Thomas from school. Look, Dad, said Isabel, there is a dog show on Saturday. Can we take Camp? Asked Thomas. Camp is too naughty, said Dad. He isn't, said the children. He just likes making people laugh. Well, you will have to train him, said Dad. Isabel and Thomas began to train Scamp. Sit, said Thomas, but Scamp lay down. Lay down, said Isabel, but Scamp roll over. Roll over, said Thomas, but Scamp sit still. Sit still, said Isabel, but Scamp lifted her hand. Isabel and Thomas trained Scamp all week long. They trained him to fetch a toy and jump through a hoops. By Friday, Scamp could do all the tricks. Good boy, Scamp, laughed Isabel. That night she gave him a bath. On Saturday, Isabel brushed Scamp's coat. He looked very smart, said Thomas. They set off for a dog show. Do you think Scamp will win? Asked Isabel. I think so, said Thomas. We have trained him well. The first class was for the smartest dog. Isabel took Scamp into the ring. You look very smart, Scamp, called Thomas. Scamp walked around the ring with his head held high. But then he tripped and fell in the mud. Everyone laughed. Scamp liked making the people laugh. He rolled over and over in the mud, and everyone laughed again. Oh, Scamp, cried Isabel. Never mind, Scamp. You did your best, said Thomas. Next, the dog had to do tricks. The other dogs did everything right, but Scamp wanted to make people laugh. Sit, said Thomas, but Scamp lay down. Lay down, said Isabel, but Scamp rolled over. Roll over, said Thomas, but Scamp sat still. Sit still, said Isabel, but Scamp lifted her hand. Everyone laughed. Next, it was the fetch a toy competition. Come on, Scamp, you are going at this, said Thomas. Scamp ran round and round the ring, looking for the toy, but he couldn't find it. Thomas ran after him, and everyone laughed again. Never mind, Scamp, said Isabel. It is the obstacle race next. You are good at that. I am sure you will win, Scamp laughed, making the people laugh, and laughed when he ran around the hoop and inside it. They laughed when he jumped over the ladder, but Isabel and Thomas looked sad. They went to sit down at the side of the park. Scamp didn't win any of the competition, said Isabel. He forgot everything we did at home, said Thomas. Scamp looked at Isabel and Thomas. Why were they sad? The people had laughed at me, and it had been fun. Isabel licked Scamp's tummy. Never mind, you did your best, she said. Thomas hugged Scamp. We still love you, he smiled. Scamp licked his hand. Suddenly there was a loud sound. Scamp and his owners, please come back to the ring. Thomas and Isabel jumped up. Oh dear, said Isabel. Scamp must be in trouble for getting everything wrong. The judge came towards them. Scamp won a prize, a special prize for making everyone laugh, he said. He fixed a red roselle on the Scamp's collar. Everyone clapped as Scamp trotted around the ring, waggling his tail. "Well done, Scamp," said Isabel. "You did well after all." The end. Thank you guys for listening to our bedtime story. Bye now. Say good night.
Good night.
Come this way and say good night.
Okay.
Good night.